world now.
We battle with the gods under 1,000,000 stars. We battle with the gods under 1,000,000 stars. We battle with the gods under 1,000,000 stars. There's lion blood in my chalice, a goat heart in the balance. I speak in italics, discussing these chances. In the Eiffel Tower of Paris, my chariot, the color is metallic. A wonderland to Alice, it's all blunder and malice. Best talent that's combined with magic. Behind the static, there's voices in the shadow. The only choice is battle. Hop into Hellcat and skedaddle. They watching King Kong climb the Tower of Babel. Ignore every Eve trying to give me an apple. The little rascal that can't be canceled. In the courtyard of my castle, these hens doing nothing but cackle. Now they walking in my chapel with candles that's lit. Definitely with the shits, cause we handle it. Met with the building that is brick by brick. Old Mac, big head, can't tell me shit. Capoeira with the spiral kick, spit hieroglyphs when the tyrants sit at the Coliseum. Whether spies or allies, I know them when I see them. Greet them with an olive branch, that's for the treason. Watch Pocahontas rain dance for the season. Is he still breathing? After the execution, they blame spirits and start the accusing. And then survive every disaster and delusion. Supreme mathematics, the author of confusion. Niggas be cheating and they still losing. Bones in my blank keep me tuned and influenced by the moon sin. A lunatic in a truant skin. A boogeyman with a heart like a ruby gem. A whirlwind, I twirl in the middle of tornadoes. Between riddles and fables, keep my Glock on the table. Shot of scotch keeps me stable. Watching divas belly dance with diamonds in their navel. We rode on sound waves that was wavy for a label. And while you getting hung by the TV cable, I was ready and able. The black amour that raised you from the grave to the cradle. We battle with the gods under 1,000,000 stars. We battle with the gods under 1,000,000 stars. We battle with the gods under 1,000,000 stars. Rev up your spaceship. First you need a facelift, get off your day shift. Learn all the basics, turn all the pages, become courageous. Eyes start blazing and your heart start racing. Ray-Ban man, trench coat Mason. Don't believe no faces, they all Mr. Smith. Nigga, roll your own blunt, they don't need to take a hit. Don't mix with entanglements, it's all bullshit. Cause they fool with the soft bitch, the cow gets right cool with. Can't pull this off, 47 Kalishnikov. Whatever the laws above, cause a boss. Not a goddamn thing, get money in between. To the back girl, sing supreme mask. Nigga wearing black pearl ring clock, stack my dream. Time travel other worlds, the dimension between. Comprehension and team, apprehension indeed. The desire to bleed, infection disease. Now you tell a bee, gotta take a vaccine when your soul ain't clean. In an ocean full of bodies, I'm a submarine. Futuristic thug with a submachine. The plug with fiends, niggas love mugging mean, and then we smile. Prehistoric alien, Yeska X-File. The Matrix. Where does the money grow, nigga? I don't know. The original criminal, that's too little road. Can't handle the physical, so we all spiritual. Looking for miracles, that's caveman. What does the mirror show? The terror unfolds, I let it go, get it go. When the night grows cold, the 11th commandment is thou shalt owe. I'm about that dope, ain't no golden road. For Alice is full of malice, is wanting to balance. While I'm sipping on the chalice, that's full of bad habits. Abracadabra, my nigga, I'm about that magic. The emerald tablet. salad. Any general madness, elevating the status. Separate from the bakes and wake up to the baddest. It's all bureaucratic and you thought solid niggas was gone to the casket. The Matrix. The Matrix. March war with two samurai swords. They know it before the Lord and I've been here before. That's there and back. When laws attract, I never spare attack. Hair trigger compact. Any nigga contact. Nigga, how about that? Suffocating the whack. Justifying the sack. Super fly with the Mac. And I walk with the team. Steady stuck in the game. All hard off the plane is the Phoenix edge. We don't see this splitting your ass. 1,000 miles per hour and I still won't crash. When the dragon lands, you gon' feel that wrath. Can't live in the past, so I face an unknown while I sit on chrome. No soul, exoskeleton, stolen bones. Goes dad, grab the bag, that's right to the phone. Exploding these phones while I'm knocking on drones till you get overthrown. The Matrix.
Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? This is the guy 720. I told you I was gonna be here on Monday, and here we are, 2:00. You know, I won't be here for tomorrow and Wednesday. Of course, you know it's the Christmas season and all of that. I definitely appreciate y'all for stopping in. The Money Religion, you know, we don't stop. We are always here and available. I definitely want to put it out that the books are still available for sale. The Kicked Out of Heaven, the volume 1, 2, and 3, the Black Man's Bible and the Ethereal Law. You get the physical copies, and the Real Nigga Etiquette and the Encyclopedia on the Alchemy of Women will be arriving in PDF in your email as soon as you purchase. Now, besides that, I want to go ahead and get straight to it. We're not gonna this video may not be that long today, but we're gonna get to the point. As usual. When this whole drone situation, and hopefully this is my last video on this shit. I'm tired of the shit. You know, I will admit that. But well, there has been one situation that's been on my mind the entire time since this thing occurred. And I decided to go ahead and look into it last night. And once again, we found a lot of evidence of basically relating to the metaphysics that allowed this situation to jump off, okay? And so this is all a metaphysical lesson pertaining to the war of the worlds and the government alien invasion hoax, okay? And so I got some stuff I got to show you, but before we go in on what I got to show you, because it's been very clear that they don't allow me to play videos or whatever from other sources on my show. So I will go ahead and play this video that sort of elaborates on it being a hoax, which the video is short, and then we're going to go in. And before we go in, I want to let you know what we're going to go in on, because I'm just going to pull up the screen and get to it. Everybody who's in broadcasting, which that's what this is, podcasting is a form of broadcast. And anybody who's in radio or anybody who has been educated in this, you know, collegiately to be in the entertainment industry, in the broadcasting zone, you should definitely have been forewarned about a very volatile situation that happened in the late 1930s. It was called the War of the Worlds. And we're going to go in on that situation a little bit because it has a lot to do with what's going on, with what started with New Jersey, supposedly, okay? And the energy that's in that location that allowed this to span across the planet, because that's what happened. The first news alert about this situation was definitely pointing New Jersey out as the location of the origination of, as the origin of drones flying out and coming from the sea or whatever the fuck, and supposedly nuclear shit and all of this radiation shit they're talking, and we don't know what they're talking. It's very obvious that there's been lies, there's been a lot of hiding the face, there's been a lot of lack of explanation. There's been a ton of, individuals we've never seen before coming out as if they are the authority to speak on said situation. When the truth to the nature is that even if we were to talk about Project Bluebeam or a lot of other things that have been going on, drone shows that were in the sky. There was a drone show that just happened recently in Florida where the drones fell out of the sky and hit a little kid, and the kid is fighting for his life, and there was other individuals that were injured as well, and hopefully they all get get out of the hospital and they're safe. But the truth to the matter is that the government looks at us as Americans and maybe the world populace as people who just sit on their ass, and we've been, oversaturated with Netflix and your Disney and your HBO and your Cinemax and your Showtime and your Paramount and all of this fucking visual fucking bullshit. It's very propaganda saturated, and that's part of the reason I don't watch a lot of those films, and that shit isn't in my home, because it's not good film like it used to be. We're not going to go down a list of movies that I think are good films to watch right now, because we're going to stay focused on what's going on. And this is not to forget, War of the Worlds that had Tom Cruise in it in 2005. You see, so they really feel as if, we're all lazy. We've been doing nothing but, filling our minds up with all of their visual arts and their fucking green room transformer bullshit that they've been doing in Hollywood. So then they could be able to slip that into society. And, we wouldn't be able to tell the difference between reality or fake. But then at the same time, there's also another line that states that, you don't have a structured brain or mind to comprehend what is reality and what is false. Okay, and we could definitely see that with the activity of tribal people. Tribal people definitely ignore the possibility of making their conditions greater, and they stay in the same condition, and that is for eons, regardless of how threatening the atmosphere or what's going on in their environment is to their well-being. And they paint their face, they put the flowers in their hair, and they dance around with sticks. That is just the gist of what they're doing. If you want to put in all of this other mythology and goddess shit, then you can, but that is not something that we directly witness. There's a lot of hoaxing going on even in those realms pertaining to what the witch doctors do, and they're dancing around and making a great theatrical scene. And if we were to break it all the way down to the origins of human existence, that was the first theater, was the witch doctor acting as if the witch doctor, who is also the most high because he's over there drinking the concoctions of the herbs and smoking the whatevers, and the supposedly that gives him direct communication to the gods, and they all sit around the fire and they dance around, and this is the great spectacle for the evening. You see, and that would be their movie. That would be compared to what we call a movie today. You're really doing nothing because your environment hasn't changed. There's no god or goddess that has assisted you out of your conditions, and you haven't recognized your conditions to be at a degradative point where you should be trying to desire for greater. or you should be trying to invent to make your environment greater. You dig what I'm saying? So the human mind, okay, especially when it comes to black people, and you still see these conditions in India with the Hindus. You see it in Papua New Guinea. You see it in the South America. They even have Asian tribes are still operating as well, and they live in very squalid conditions compared to what we live in today, and which is based off of our inventions that we've discovered over a myriad amount of time, a couple of hundred years, basically. So, the real truth to it is does the average human, whether they're in America or whether they're deep in the middle of the Congo, is the brain, built for progression in the areas of invention, and discovery and exploration in order to make your conditions and your environment greater. Okay. Me, honestly, I don't think it is, for number one. For number two, if it is, I mean, since it's in that fantasy state of thinking, you know, you have to go through a lot of traumatic experiences to get through to reality. And this is even when it comes to small things like money management, or even health management. You have to get a shock, you have to get a scare, you have to get a trauma in order for you to, and you might have to get multiple traumas in order for the brain to see a base reality and accept a reality for what it is and to respond to it accordingly, where you can build some type of safety net or security for you and your so-called loved ones. Okay. That is the true bottom line to it. And with the comfort that is being provided in America, we all don't really have those traumatic experiences that enforce us into those areas. Some people do, and those people with those traumatic experiences end up being more successful than the others. And that's just the bottom line to it. So, let me see what we have here in the comments. Yeah. So, yeah, this is the line. Yeah, so very very interesting things being said in the comments. So let's get into it. Where I'm gonna see, look at that shit. Oh, hold on, let's pull it back up because I can do that. So we're gonna matter of fact, I'm gonna show you two videos. I'm gonna show you two videos real quick. This video right here comes from the MKV, which is a multiple kill vehicle, was a missile defense program developed by Lockheed Martin for the U.S. Department of Defense. It aimed to deploy multiple small kill vehicles from a single interceptor to target and destroy multiple incoming threats, such as warheads or decoys in space. This was in 1999. This is the type of drone capability that was available at that time. So here we go. Hold on. Before I even show this video, let me just take this thing off the screen so it's a lot more easier to be seen here. And phones get real junky and janky. Okay, so let me see what we got here. Okay, here we go. Okay. Watch this video. Here it is.
Balanced and with thrusters at key points around its body, it is capable of instant changes of direction. Cover. Cover tracking. Cover. Roll. All right. No airplane could ever catch this machine.
Okay. So that's part of the capabilities that they had in 1999. Give me 1 second here. So here we go. So yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, that's one video. So that shows you the drone capabilities that they had in 1999, as it stated in the video. That was a 12-inch device that was designed specifically to shoot down nuclear missiles. Okay, I know the video wasn't very clear for me to show through the phone, but that's the best I could do at this moment. So here we go. This is a TikTok video. It's more important to hear what the man is saying versus than seeing the video. On this one, it's just two dudes sitting down. So here we go.
Dad doing these real
step. This is what they're going to do. And it's at the time, like, you should read the comments. People are like, are you crazy? Fake alien invasion. We're going to see lots of craft all over the United States. Really? That's about to happen? Yeah. Now it's here. So how crazy does that sound? But he laid out, in fact, he's been talking about this for a long time. And he said what's going to happen is that they are going to start interacting with military craft. That's the next step. Military craft interacting with these. And then you're going to have military craft getting shot down. This is all part of the plan. So listen to what he had to say about this. This is just a snippet. I encourage you to watch the full interview, but here's just a snippet. What do they want in this situation where they would want to start taking down aircraft? What do you know from your experience in the FBI that they act this deep state? What do they want?
The end goal is, and this is a long-term psychological operation, as well as physical operation as well. The long-term goal is ultimately to put together this grand operation called fake alien invasion. Now, the only fake part about it is going to be that the alien visitors are involved with this. They're not at all. Everything else is going to be real. The destruction that they bring to our cities is going to be real.
So
What?
that was a year ago.
That's wild.
That was a year ago.
I do remember that.
I mean, John, of course, has been vilified by, they go after him because he's an FBI whistleblower. I mean, he left the FBI, and he's been basically, educating all of us about this. But anyway, that's just a small piece of it. And
It's wild, though.
he's not the only one. So he's one of many people and sources that we've spoken to here over the past year who said that this was coming. And they gave us specific dates when they told us it was coming, and they hit those dates. So now it's here. But this is the most mind-blowing thing of all. A post on 4chan in 2022. Okay, now this has been removed. This has been covered up and censored multiple times. I'm going to read to you from this, okay? So this is, again, from 2022. The next false flag will be centered on the premise of malicious interdiction of nuclear source materials. It will not involve a nuclear device or nuclear detonation, but rather a radiological threat. Nuclear source materials will be deliberately leaked to target areas to inflict severe injuries through radiation exposure. The real number of casualties as a result of these attacks will remain very low. The purpose is to create a new method of restricting freedom of movement and new policies that will enable the government to continue its expansion of power. The media will display images of attack survivors who will have burns and lesions across their skin. Videos depicting overwhelming triage centers with victims vomiting or other unresponsive symptoms will be shared on social media. The threat of radiation exposure, an invisible enemy, will be used as the primary vector. Basically saying an application modeled after the COVID contact tracing will be installed on every mobile device that uses iOS or Android. The application will have to notify the user about potential hazardous exposures and recommend actions that they take should include voluntary exposure testing. Additionally, the cellular carriers will roll out automated SMS alerts that will have similar functionality. This application will interface directly with the UICC mobile dialing service. If the user does not have this application installed, network connectivity will be prohibited. And it goes on and on from there.
You need to shut the front door.
So
This is
from
crazy town.
2022. And then over the past few days, the threat of radiation exposure, because they can't find the damn radioactive devices that wound up in the port of Newark and in a cargo container that are empty. Radiological devices that are empty and missing now. And of course, many people, drone experts, have said that in fact they're looking for something radiological right now. That the